Alright, so it's lunchtime, and I know you're eyeing that 22-cent packet of ramen, but let's change it up just a little bit. Today, we're making a grilled cheese sandwich. More specifically, a barbecue pulled pork grilled cheese sandwich. It's super cheesy, and it's so cheesy that it goes out of the frame for way longer than I expected, and I ended up being about a full arm's length in both directions. So, let's go ahead and get started. Pork went on sale, you bought this huge pork shoulder, and now you've got all this meat left, and you don't know what to do with it because you're out of tortillas, right? Simple solution, let's make that grilled cheese. Start off by putting your meat in a pan, no oil, no butter. Hopefully your pan is non-stick because there will be plenty of juices from the pork, so you don't need either the oil or butter. For cheese, I like to use Monterey Jack, Gouda, and cheddar cheese. I try to use a 1-to-1 ratio, but I didn't exactly measure it, so just kind of eyeball it as you think is needed. Go back to your meat once your cheese is ready and give it a quick stir. Try to press down those smaller clumps or the bigger clumps and make sure that it's spread out. For bread, I'm using sourdough and unsalted butter. Make sure it's unsalted because the meat and the cheese will have plenty of saltiness flavor in there, so you don't want to use salted butter. Make sure you're going all the way to the edges so you have a universal, golden crispy, delicious sandwich. Speaking of crispy, let's get back to the meat. You want to make sure there's a little bit of caramelization all around, that way it adds a little extra crunch with each bite. This is about what you want it to look like, so without further ado, let's go ahead and add our barbecue sauce. For barbecue sauce, I added about 2 to 3 tablespoons, but it's honestly a personal preference. I would say taste it as you go, and if you think you really like the barbecue flavor, add more sauce. Give it a quick stir, and give it a taste. And yes, that is a fork on a non-stick, but I didn't make contact with the pan, so it's okay. Everybody calm down. I just think it needed some more sauce, so I added some more, gave it a quick stir, tasted it, and once you think it's ready, you can go on from there. So let's go ahead and get building. You have your bread down, you have your cheese, and this is where you want to go ahead and grab your meat, so that's going to be your next layer. So this right here is what you want your meat to look like. I think this right here is what the perfect look is, because right here is where my camera died and I had to recharge my battery. So let's try again. That little sizzle right there, that's what you want to hear. That lets you know that your pan's at the right temperature. So add your cheese and add your extra caramelized pork on there to your sandwich. Top it with a little extra cheese and the bread. I decided to leave the pork in there because, you know, things happen. Everybody makes mistakes, but as long as you taste it and it doesn't taste burnt or ruined, it's okay to keep going, even if it's not what you had in mind. You want your sandwich to be nice and thick because once that cheese melts down, it'll kind of flatten a little bit more, make it a little bit easier to eat. But it is definitely going to be thick while it's sitting on the pan with 2 C's. So, like I said, just a few minutes, just let it sit. Make sure you're checking it every now and then. You want it to be nice and golden brown, not overdone. So, I like to check it just by picking it up, keeping it nice and simple, looking, and then slapping that bad boy down on the grill for just a few more minutes. That's pretty much all there is to it. After the cheese melts, you'll be all set. Once it's golden brown, you've got your finished sandwich. Cutting it with a nice sharp knife, that's in the next video. You've got your crispy, cheesy, meaty, barbecue flavored, delicious grilled cheese sandwich. And of course, it is extra cheesy, as you can see. Ooh, looking good. So leave a comment, let me know what your favorite cheese is or what your favorite cheese blend is, and I'll see you guys next time.